Errol. Good to see you.
Errol.
Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge. Hi, Eric. Good to see
Eric.
you. I'll hand this to you. Hi, Dime. Good to see you. Yay.
Put these back in the receptacle.
Yes. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you too.
Hello,
Yay.
hello. Hey.
Glad everyone's here.
Everybody's showing up. Great to be thinking.
I have decorated for Halloween.
It is us. It is we.
Oh, I forgot to. Can you? I want to make sure you can see the records. Oh, here we go. This one. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't check the lighting. That's better.
A couple of the little glary.
That
one
is a little bit of glare.
I think. Oh, you've.
I fixed it.
You've improved everything.
Hi, Mom.
Oh,
miss you too.
Hello.
Hope you had a good birthday.
Yes. Well,
Yay.
some of you who take a look online saw some birthday pictures of the birthday girl at a favorite place. Great place to get yourself some seafood and turf.
I feel like that camera is really far away. Is it really far away?
It's a little further than usual. Is it okay? Do I need to move it?
I don't know.
I suppose you're asking.
It feels very far.
Of course, you're able to see our spiffo lights up there.
I know. You can see the spiffo lights. Maybe we'll leave it.
I'm going to leave it right there. One thing I wanted to check is what resolution are we coming out at over here on the tubes?
I don't know.
Where's the thing? Where's the little gear that tells me how to?
Oh, great birthday. Good.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Don't touch anything.
Look, what do we usually can see? Oh, settings. The settings right down there.
Okay.
We are going out at 920. Camera resolution. Can we switch that to? We cannot.
Oh, because we're already live.
Jeez. We got to check that next time.
Oh, thank you, Dime. So, StreamYard, which is the platform we use to go live, raised our rate hugely. But apparently, one of the things we can now do is go live in 1080. So next week we'll do that.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie. Good to see you. Yes. Happy start to spooky season. Yay.
We don't want to stop the broadcast and start it again because that's a way to lose things. But
resolution looks great. Okay, thanks. Well, all right, we'll just leave it.
Then I guess because we've been going with this platform for over a year, I guess, and we've only been able to do the 720 the whole time, and occasionally it fuzzed out because reception, etc. I have to go on the roof and adjust the aerial. But
Dime next week for 10.
If it's looking good for you, then awesome.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because it makes a difference.
It snuck up on us.
Yeah, we were just, as a matter of fact, we were just shooting, and I think we mentioned this last week, some video for our next epic, Barbara's Big News, and that was shot in 4K. So when we were taking a look at the playback, I'm like, that was distinctly different on one monitor than on the others. So I think,
I got to put on a Halloween movie while we're live.
Oh, please to do.
So
I'll just I'll ramble on and on. But I'm noticing, you will see
unmute.
Behind us, of course, the whole scenario has changed up from the fall-esque type decor that we had back there into the creepy. Wait a minute.
Okay, I put it on misery.
Creepy season. And,
hi, Jeff. Good to see you.
You'll recognize some of these album covers, and maybe some of them.
Yes, Kolchak is on the case. Hi, Shane. Good to see you.
Yeah, you can see I'm just sort of peeking up from the
yes,
right at the bottom of the screen there. Kolchak. Look, Carl, when I told you to get on the case, I expected you to write the story.
Oh, TCM has has the Bela Lugosi Dracula on now. Nice.
Oh, okay. Envy.
Good one.
We do not get TCM anymore because we don't have a cable package.
I know.
Glad.
Although
you do.
what I read yesterday. I don't know if anyone else read this. And tell me if you have some inside information. But I was reading that Dish service, we used to have a Dish when we first bought the house.
It's actually still in the house.
And apparently, so many people have quit Dish that they're trying to come up with packages that are super cheap. And that would be nice because then we could get TCM back.
Well.
Oh, thanks, Dime.
Yeah,
my Gilman.
Yeah.
Going.
She had this whole iridescent, scaly type item. I'm like, I can't really match that, but I have something with fish on it. I usually call this a psychedelic shirt. It's not exactly Halloweeny, except for bad trips. So
I think maybe we'll have the opportunity. I mean, if they're going to offer hella cheap dish service.
When we first got here, that was a hot item to
Yes.
get, and it was in direct competition to your cable packages.
Which tells you how long we've been in this house.
20 years anyway, right? And I remember at the time we were pretty dissatisfied with what had been our cable package in a different county, so we decided to go for it. We tried it out, and honestly, it was great unless it poured down rain like that.
If it rained hard, our service went down. But
and people would say,
"Hi, Kalaka boy!
Hey, Kalaka.
Happy spooky season to you."
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. We were just watching Dark Shadows recently because something ended and it kind of like auto played, and I was like, oh wow. I think it was literally like episode 1, 1966. Wow.
I like the Dark Shadows idea. I'm gonna write it down.
The Reluctant Vampire.
The Dish Networks just combined with DirecTV. That's probably what I was reading about.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, because there were 2 of them.
They should name the discount dish package the Blue Plates. They should offer blue plates, blue dishes.
It's like you get a dish a week from the supermarket, that kind of thing. People used to do these things. Well, we still have a dish on the house. It never moved. But I mean, if they wanted to reconnect it and we hooked up to a package, hey, make me an offer. Make me an attractive offer. The one thing that sunk it for us was when we decided to get off of the internet with the phone company, which was not great because it wasn't high speed.
Blue Plates special.
The packages available for internet through the dish were extraordinarily expensive, and it turned out that like you get that if you're in like the north of Maine or something where you can't get anything, and so you're very very remote, or maybe you're in the Upper Peninsula or something. So that's why you would have that. Otherwise, it was like cable. So we went with cable, and we were there, and we're still with them for internet. We just don't have the programming anymore. I'm still talking about that. I'm just finishing a sentence. That's all. But yeah.
Anywho.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get on to such things again.
I got an idea.
You do.
How about a drink?
Oh, there's a good idea.
I'm ready. Blue light special.
Blue light special.
I like that.
House of Blue Lights. Different kind of a thing.
Anyway, I'm ready. So I came up with an idea right before we went live. So I'm going to try it.
Sounds good.
I'm calling it the pumpkin carver.
Looks like you did.
And I'm going to start with 2 ounces of Applejack. Are you texting?
That's a good. No, I texted you earlier, and I wanted to take a look what I texted because you didn't write it down. And I think I want to do one of these things. Yeah, when texting you.
Well, I think I could probably. You don't have to rekey those. I'll find them.
Okay, if you find it.
All right, 2 ounces of Applejack, and. Okay, I can remember this. Let's go back to the story.
Okay, so here's the story. Boom, boom, boom.
Would make that jack-o'-lantern look very happy. The pumpkin. Oh, you gotta move so they can see our new blow mold.
Oh.
I'm
there we go.
So obsessed.
Check this guy out. A lot of fun. The only thing this one really needed was a good cleaning, which he took care of, and a light set, which we had downstairs. So I just kind of grabbed one, cleaned it up. Didn't work. And I was like, what's wrong with this? What's wrong? Bulb was no good. Simplest damn thing. I like that. So got that going, fit right in, rock and roll. This guy's good for the season. Yeah. That's actually really unusual to find the Halloween blow molds. We've seen these.
So 2 ounces Applejack, that's it.
In our time,
no, I'm going to add to it.
Well, all right then.
So a 1/2 ounce apple liqueur.
I was reading something earlier about how the Trumans, as in the president and wife, liked their old fashions. They apparently liked like a good stiff belt of bourbon, and that was about it. Ice. It's like if you put stuff in it, it's just like, oh, it's sweet. It's like, okay, well, if you just want 2 fingers of bourbon, tell me so, but don't call it an old fashioned. that needs stuff.
So far we've got 2 ounces of Applejack, a 1/2 ounce apple liqueur, a 1/4 ounce ginger liqueur.
We just restocked on the barrels. Haven't had that in a while. Excellent. If you can get it locally, I recommend it. If you like ginger, if you don't like ginger, what's wrong with you? No, it's whatever. I mean, it's a fall flavor. It's a baking flavor.
Like different things.
Like different things. Okay. Well worth your time. It's great stuff. There are some other good gingers out there, and this one is what is usually available to us at a good price. And we visited their factory and actually shot some video a while back. You can look for that up on your YouTubes and take a look. A lot of fun. Enjoy.
3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric, it was a pretty simple fix. It was really just he just needed the light set, which you go to your local craft store. Well,
2 dashes, Fee Brothers Black Walnut Bitters, or another Black Walnut Bitters if you can find one, and 2 dashes Fee Brothers Cranberry Bitters, which I just restocked on. I know that looked like more than 2 dashes, but sometimes when they're new, it doesn't come out very quickly.
Got to give it a good hard shake.
Anyway.
Too full, not enough air in there.
Shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass.
Do we have some cold?
We should.
We do. All right, then. I will wait for Max Cold.
Max Cold.
Max Cold.
Does he know Max Headroom?
Related to Max Headroom, perhaps? No, we're not. Oh.
No, because his last name's Headroom and mine is Cold.
Oh, true.
You can use the Beetlejuice cup.
I could use that, as a matter of fact. Now that we have a Beetlejuice movie coming.
Thought Kelly gave him a good drink. I wanted to be ready with like all kinds of fun rims and garnishes. That's going to have to be next week because I spent practically this entire day decorating.
This is all her. I contributed.
Hi, Peter. Good to see you.
I contributed a light set to the tree, and I got the pumpkin going. And the light set, I had to like find a whole ton of bulbs to pirate one set to make another one. So
I'll take one.
That was a lot of work, but that was then, and I didn't do anything on the back bar otherwise.
So next week for garnishes. Although I do have twists.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Always make
Good
twists.
to see you.
Belvini single dash of the Earl Grey bitters are great.
Those are good.
Yeah, that's
an
an excellent company. That is LGBT owned, I believe, and
well,
small
which ones
batch.
do you have? I mean, there might be more than one.
Maybe more. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But we've gotten them, and they were really good product. I really like that.
Garnish with a twist.
Dash onto like a sidecar, moi. But you know what? If I was at your bar and you offer me a Belvini with a dash of Earl Grey, I'd go for that.
The pumpkin carver is good.
Oh, that's what you gave him earlier.
Yeah.
Celebrates the entire catalog. All right, now what do I got to grab? I was going to make one of these, but I didn't bring any of the stuff. So this is the...
Yes, Dime. We have several Gilman mugs. There is one here. There is another one up there. And then there's one here that has straws and spoons in it. Yes, those are the Gilman mugs.
Gilman.
The big one is Pop Tiki. This one is from Max's. And I forgot I made the other one. It says on the bottom. It's tasty. I bet it's tasty. What? Oh, I know what I was going to say.
I know.
Oh, thank you, Dime. So, have people started watching Halloween movies, TV? What's going on? I know Kalaka Boy mentioned Dark Shadows, but so far we've watched Little Shop of Horrors, Christine, and Poltergeist. These are kind of ones we watch every year. Well, I would say Christine maybe every other year, but definitely Poltergeist every year. So what are you watching? Anything new? I just watch the news to freak me out.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but true.
Yeah. We still have Paula and Halloween special to watch.
I thought you would have put that on earlier.
I thought about it, actually.
It's a good thing.
I had no energy today. I thought I was getting sick. So I'm not. I don't feel sick now, but I thought about putting on the Paula and Halloween special. I know. Oh, Julie's been watching The Munsters. Oh, I love The Munsters. Good one. And Addams Family, too.
We could tilt over and note that we had Munsters record back there.
Either that or the strange stories from Missing 411. Oh, boy. Yeah. Whew.
Hi, folks. Can we see that Munster? Oh, yeah, you can actually. It's just to the there. That business right
the
there.
monsters.
It's a little
Yeah.
hard to see because it still has the shrink on it, but that is the really. It is. It's not the really super rare one. It is the reissue of the super rare Munsters album. That is. There's nobody from the show on there. It's just all instrumentals in a kind of a surf vein.
Peter says,
but it's a lot of fun. It's got the Munster Mobile on the
I'm thinking of watching Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. That's a good one.
Didn't we see that?
We did. We saw that at the Paramount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It was really great to see it there. Excellent production. And afterwards, we repaired to the joint across the way for a nice fresh beer.
Lisa watched Halloween. We watched that there too.
Halloween, yes.
And some of the old movies like Dracula and Frankenstein. Yes.
We actually seen, because our local does a whole series in October of creepy movies.
Last week I captured the ghost in Dime's haunted basement.
It reminds me of back of my hat
here. Hi,
Clinton.
Yeah, you tell that story. I'm going to
tell that story.
The monsters so we can see it
better. Back of my hat here, I actually have a pin from the Buckland Gallery of Witchcraft and Magic.
Did that help it? Oh, no, it's making it worse.
Oh,
wait, is it better now?
Actually, it's better. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to see just because it's not right in focus and we don't really have a really close camera. But yeah, that's the Monsters record. That's reissued from a couple of years ago.
Pumpkin Spice Libation. PSE.
PSE? I think that was orange splatter vinyl, in case you're interested. It was actually like paid a lot for that, considering that I like to get records for like $1 or $2. But ultimately, totally worth it. And that store is no longer, got that at Double Decker Records. I'll tell you, raise the hat. Anyway, I'm talking about a different place was the Buckland Gallery, which is inside a record store, which is in Cleveland. And we're doing a shoot at the Christmas Story House, and the guy who sort of administers that says, "Dude, would you like to shoot somewhere else too?" He recommended Buckland. We went and shot, and it was very cool.
Kalakaboy, Witch's Night Out. I'm going to look for it. I haven't seen it. Okay.
Bill Rudd and Catherine O'Hara.
I know. Yeah. I know. Well, I love both of them.
No,
so, all right.
That's very cool.
You.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm reminded of such animated
Carol says, my sister's name is Christine. I wasted no time teasing her when that movie came out. She always found a way to get me back. Let's see, she would have killed you if she was actually the car. Because
well, yeah, it's true. Christine the car is rather homicidal, even to its owners. So the other thing is the whole point of raising the thing about Buckland, you were talking about like capturing the ghost and dimes, is that Buckland has a demon in a box. It's literally this old metal box that's wrapped up in barbed wire. And everybody visits like, really? Is there really a demon in there? And they're like, tell the whole story about how Buckland himself captured a demon that was plaguing one of his friends in 1970 in Greenwich Village. And it's been there ever since. And over the years, many people have been like, hey, how much would you take to open the box? They're like, no. The price keeps rising. And I always think to myself, you know what's going to happen when you open the box? You're not going to see anything. And then 1 week from now, you're like, whoa, weird stuff's happening.
Because you released the demon.
Because you released a demon, doofus. If the demon's in the box, keep it there. That's all I got to say.
Another vote for Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Well, you know, it's well done. It's real classic, like prime period Bud and Lou.
Bud and Lou.
The whole bit where Costello is just on top of this very large pile of what looks like I believe it's luggage teetering back and forth is just a great vaudeville bit.
Yes.
That's amazing. But, you know, then there's the bit where like their buddy like turns out to be the Wolfman.
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am. Would the film Targets be considered a horror movie?
It's a horrifying picture. And it says
why not?
It says a lot about its era, and it's got Boris Karloff. So I think you're 2 thirds away there. It's a little it's almost too true crime, although it's not actually a true crime story. Well, it is it's a little contemporary. It's the only thing.
I feel like crime can work into Halloween.
It can. I mean, I suppose
we all know Halloween movies involve a lot of murders. That's crime.
Those are considered crimes,
those
right?
Are considered crimes.
How about like that Wolf of Wall Street, financial crime? Is that a horror picture? It features a wolf. You know?
I love that movie.
No, that's terrific. He did.
Yes, happy spooky
Jordan
season.
Did terrible things, and he spent some jail time for it. So there we go.
Yes.
Spooky. Wait a minute. Spooky
you
season.
have it facing the wrong way.
Oh.
There.
Spooky season. There we go. You know what's in my hand?
Ever see the TV movie in the 80s, Special Bulletin? No.
Yes.
Hi, Gene. Good to see you.
Yeah, it was like
I have not seen that.
It was kind of like a day after scenario, but it was built out of like a series of newscasts where there was like a domestic terrorist had gotten control of a nuclear device. And they were like live from, I think it was in like Maryland, as a matter of fact. It was where the action was happening, if I recall properly. Annapolis. I think it was like, he was threatening to set this off at like the Naval College or something. And I remember it was actually well done. And the only thing about it was like every 4 minutes, they're like, this is actually a television special. This is a television special. I was planning to make, what did I leave it here? The Nightcap of the Living Dead. Now let's see if this kind of pops right up at us. Oh, very good. Yep. Okay. Right. Might as well start in.
Okay.
Okay. So this originally featured mezcal. I might call this Nightcap too, but I will just substitute tequila because I have it. And I need something to shake in, so I got to go get it.
All right. Well, I need to bring you a couple of things.
I got them.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes. When I disappeared. Anyway. Ice your shaker. Disappeared.
When I disappeared.
No. Okay. Yeah, speaking of Cleveland, this comes to us from Cleveland.
Oh, Paul, Dime says, Paul, I'll be making my Halloween music spectacular this week.
Oh, excellent. I would like to be in on that.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
People called NBC worried it was really happening. Yeah, like War of the Worlds.
Well, it was the creators of the show were well informed of the history of such broadcasts, or of such, dramatic events.
Oh, Scary Movie too. Yeah. I love it.
And that's why, like, every 4 minutes, it was just like, this is only a dramatic special. So anybody who called thinking this was real was like not watching very long.
Yeah,
I swear. I just remember seeing it at the time. It was like, it's very, very clear that this is a dramatic thing. Besides, it was all written up in the TV guide.
Nightcap of the Living Dead 2, but I got to make it like Roman 2.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye.
Aye, 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 aye.
Yeah,
aye, 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 aye,
aye, aye, aye. Okay.
Anyway, ounce of dark Jamaican rum. I'm going to use Caruba because that's what it called for.
Hi, Mikhail. Good to see you.
In fact, do we have a bottle of Caruba over there that's already popped? Did we kill one recently, or did we not kill one recently?
Do you want me to look?
I would appreciate it if you look. Here I am pulling the bottle, and it's a nice fresh bottle. Fine, but do I have a half one? Yeah, would it be like right there? Because I didn't see that out at the rum bar. The bar out there is a rum bar. Had a funny story about that too.
I don't think so.
All right, fine. If we do, it's low. But I think we did actually kill one recently.
That's so that low.
Could be it. Pretty low, mister. And if I had my rubber hose. Oh, wait, that's next season. Oh, no. Next season is the turkey time. Thanksgiving, people.
Although I'll be honest with you, I'm going to start watching Christmas movies in November because I don't get to them all if I don't.
You got to do these things. I'll take the tequila, please. Now, here's the key for somebody to say, what's tequila, please? Tequila, please. Okay, thank you. All right.
Sounds like a drink. The tequila, please.
The tequila, please. Tequila, pleaser.
I was going to say, you're leaving that much tequila.
I don't need it for this drink. But if we don't kill it tonight, then something is seriously wrong. Now, we need also, let's see what's going on with this thing. 3/4 lychee, half lime, 3 dash. Okay.
You brought the lychee.
The lychee is right there. 3/4 of an ounce. This is the Giffard Lychee Lee, which is lychee flavored.
Tequila Mockingbird, yes.
Still doing fine. Still doing fine. Tequila Mockingbird, yes, that is it's a pretty well-known gag drink, which apparently is pretty good. I'm not sure we've ever made it here.
We have a book over there called Tequila Mockingbird that someone gave us.
Yeah. And I'll take the lime. So that was 3/4 on the lychee, half ounce on the lime.
Lemon, whatever.
Well, whatever the hell we got. I think we used lime originally. If I'm using lemon now, I don't think it matters. And I'll take the cranberry bitters. Thank you.
You're welcome.
3 dashes. And again, that looks like more than 3 dashes because this is not really flowing yet. Once it does, these Fee Brothers bottles tend to be a pretty.
You got to break the seal.
Yeah, pow. Like they say. It's like the ketchup, you still think, anticipation. This is my first copyright strike of the evening.
I don't think they consider it a copyright strike if you're the one doing the singing.
If you can identify the tune, your royalties.
I wonder if there's a drink called Witch's Brew. Probably. Let's find out. Oh, Gettysburg Man, thank you. That's sweet. I'm excited. Okay. Witch's Brew.
I was thinking of the song "The Witch's Promise" by Jethro Tull. Different witch, also "Sweet Dream."
Witch's Brew
which has
cocktail.
a video
Okay.
with him as a vampire.
I don't know what this has to do with witches at all. We can do better. We can do better. These don't sound good.
Where's the one that actually has a formula?
Vodka drink. They're all like blueberry lemonade or blueberry or blue curacao or.
Okay, saw that.
Yeah, we can do better.
Blue curacao, sure, but you gotta do better on the rest. Tequila, perhaps.
Aw.
There we go. That'll break the seal. And strain into a cocktail glass.
Hey. Thank you. Oh, you want a twist?
I'll take a twist.
Oh, that's good.
Bobby knows Santa Claus Conquers the Martian. It's pretty scary. Yeah, it's a fairly terrifying item. It's true.
I love Santa Claus Conquers the Martian.
Classic of the genre.
SANTACLA, that's a great party. This what spooky martini earrings.
Oh well.
Ooh, those sound good. I want to see them.
Well, we would like to say.
Yeah.
You too. Excellent. So, I'm going to add that twist.
Oh, Errol says we have a new restaurant called El Tequila. My brother-in-law calls it It'll Kill Ya.
El Tequila. It all depends, but I bet that's a fine place though. There we go. Add the twist. That's going to actually add a dimension to this.
Yeah.
Immediately you can tell.
Oh, the birds. I love the birds. Yeah, I'm going to watch that. Would Campari play well with anything? Yeah, Peter. I've done a few Halloween drinks with Campari.
I'm going to say it does not play with everything, but it plays with a lot of things that we do. And if you're looking to add a bitterness to it, like that's your bitters, you know. So interesting enough, the bitter element in there is not what's in bitters, which is gentian. It's quinine is what makes that bitter. As a matter of fact, quite bitter.
I have those instead of olives and they glow in the dark.
Now
I love it. I love it.
The glow cubes.
I know. We got to bring it next week.
We got to really like up the game next time.
This week was all about decorating. We got that done. Now
you're looking at this. This was completely stripped down. The lights are new, for Pete's sake.
Oh yeah, I put up new lights today.
That's a lot of.
It took a long time, and it's hard for one person to do. I'll just say that.
If you had asked me, I would have recommended against putting them up.
I know. I know you would have. That's why I didn't say.
I would have just said put those on because you could just kill the other ones. Anyway.
Oh, got him at Target. Okay.
Oh, excellent. Got it.
All right. Oh, anything Hitchcock? Yeah.
TV show ran for something like 8 or 9 years. So there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of really classic episodes. There's some where the scripts are like, yeah, but it was a long time. You know, you're going to get this or that. And you've always got those classic intros and drop-ins from Hitch himself, who was just hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
He usually has very acid things to say about their sponsors. That itself is worth the price.
I love the birds. I really do. It might be my favorite Hitchcock.
The birds, of course, we shot an episode in Bodega Bay.
Yeah, we did.
Yep, where I was throwing birds at you.
Yeah, the birds. You can't really see them, but they're on top here.
Yes.
They have all these.
Those are
black crows that Paul was throwing at me.
Those are the actual birds from Bodega.
I ran away from them.
Which is to say the birds that we brought to Bodega.
Oh, the birds is a favorite of mine, but every time I watch it, Josie screams when the bird scene comes on. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I bet. That's kind of scary for a bird.
It's a lot of racket, and they do have like a lot of bird noises. A lot of those bird noises are electronic too, so that's probably pretty jarring for the birdie.
Melanie Daniels and I would have been besties.
You know, seriously.
Remember when Hitchcock was a beatnik in one of his episodes?
Good evening.
Hannibal Lecter versus Dracula. That's like epic rap battles.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Do they don't do those anymore, do they?
Haven't heard of them in a while, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean they're not being done. I mean, it was a thing for a second. It's very, very true. Anyway, so I'm enjoying this guy. It's good to like dig in and revive. We found a huge stack of things we have done live on the air that we just had never cataloged. And since I have a commute a couple days a week, I've actually been putting them in to the computer. So now I'm up to like 45 or 50 or something. I've got a lot of them in already. So I found a couple today, and this is one of the ones that I found. I said, that sounds good. I'll make it tonight. And originally I had the mezcal, which would have had a smoky dimension, but with tequila, it is excellent. So.
Oh, Eric's saying my favorite late night show in the 80s, Forever Night. It's about a vampire cop. I don't know that one.
How did I miss that one?
I know.
Geez, I remember Cop Rock.
Oh, we play Dan's CD in the car, and Josie will try to talk to the birds on the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Now you're talking. Well, that's kind of perfect.
Oh, Mikhail can't make it through the birds. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Left me alone with that terror. Oh, no.
Sounds cruel.
Oh, man.
Fun things that are part of the decor. We happen to have the Pez dispenser, the eyeball. That's entirely appropriate for the shirt that I'm wearing. But I wanted to point that out. This is like the reissue of the one that was from 1968, I think. That was on the market for a few years, like Pezco Psychedelic. A lot of fun. Great one. And also good for horror decor. Well worth your time.
We need some
Should
Pez.
Be. What's that?
We need some Pez.
I think there's some Pez in here.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. What do we have?
Some ancient Pez in there.
And sitting, it's kind of solidified.
Well, Pez is solid, but...
True. It still has flavor. How about that?
We're going to be in the middle of a broadcast sometime, and Paul's going to try something and drop dead. I'm just saying. Oh, Julie remembers Forever Night.
There we go.
How did I miss this?
CBC.
Oh, okay. That might be why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Gettysburg Man can't watch Arachnophobia. Oh, I saw it when it came out, but I've only seen it in the theater when it came out, and that was it.
I was kind of thinking Kingdom of the Spiders myself.
Eric says, I hate when all the birds line up on the telephone wires. My once girlfriend calls them the Hitchcock Patrol. Hi, Amy. Good to see you.
Yep.
Yeah. We get in fall, especially, tons of birds, and I've
primarily crows.
Been known to yell at them. What is this, Bodega Bay?
When the crows come back to Capistrano, they're all out there, and there's just hundreds.
Yeah.
And they're noisy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mind crows.
Like in the birds.
The crows are actually quite smart, and they take care of a lot of carrion. So since we have a lot of carrion around here.
It was based on a movie of the same name, Forever Night. Starred Rick Springfield as the main character. Now, how did we miss this?
See, now we need to look this up.
This is what this conversation
is all about. Take a look, folks. Now, suddenly, like Forever Night episodes get like dozens of hits up on the YouTube.
Oh, Amy says I don't get notifications that you're going live anymore. That's weird.
Oh, wait.
I don't know.
I can't tell.
Ugh.
One of these services makes changes and then suddenly it doesn't work at all for us. And that's kind of a drag. So far, cross fingers. We've been good with StreamYard, and they're, of course, upped their service recently. So we will have like a couple of new features to us that we can take advantage of. And considering what they're going to start charging us, I'm glad to do it. I was saying to myself, like, are we able to do 1080? No.
I need to look this up, Eric. This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Good to see you.
I believe Danielle enjoys the season. You don't say.
I know you do.
I think, no, of course. I know you do. Definitely. Well, anybody who can be moth ma'am for, about 4 hours. Yeah.
Bobby says, was wishing back in the day that maybe Hitchcock would have written some episodes with the Twilight Zone.
Oh, well, basically, the Hitch show was on. Alfred Hitchcock Presents was on starting in 1955.
Oh, no.
So it kind of set the scene for that style of mayhem on television. I think it was pretty influential in the Zone. The Zone actually decided to take it one step further and go into a little more supernatural and sci-fi kind of stuff. And then you've got Outer Limits, inspired by that, goes into like pretty strictly monsters and aliens.
Gettysburg Man says, I had a spider crawl on my shirt 2 days ago, and it jumped up so fast that our dog took off running across the kitchen and started howling. Still haven't found that spider. Oh,
yeah. You know, that spider said, "I'm about to be consumed," and took off. Oh man.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Mikhail says I'm fine with spiders. I name them outside while I'm smoking, but birds are a big effing nope for me.
Nope right now.
Oh, hi Dan. Good to see you. Dan says favorite Hitchcock, high anxiety. I love high anxiety.
Yes.
I love high anxiety. I should be Nurse Diesel for Halloween. I think I just found my Halloween costume.
Do you think you would be able to execute that costume?
I do.
Precisely.
I do.
All I have to say to that, Dan, is you're late. No fruit cup.
That's late.
Beautiful. That's literally my favorite Hitchcock too. That's just brilliant, and it just gets better every time I see it.
Murder in
best
Small
death scene.
X.
Best death scene in a car like ever.
Oh, I love Night Gallery, Peter.
Oh, Night Gallery. Yeah, Night Gallery.
Murder in a Small Town X.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, Night Gallery. A lot of people have fond memories of watching that. I don't remember that from when we were young. I think it kind of stopped right around.
Oh yeah.
Right around the time where I started watching TV, right? But then it was like shown in syndication for years, and I became a big Twilight Zone fan, so I had to check out Night Gallery.
Anxiety.
Yeah, it's great.
Whenever you're near.
Great main title, got to say.
Girl says, when I lived on Puget Sound, I noticed clamshells on the road near my house. Crows would grab a clam off the beach, fly about 60 feet over the road and drop it, bursting the shell. Yes.
Who says that animals don't use tools? No,
exactly.
Birds frequently will do that, as a matter of fact. So that's quite smart. And of course, seagulls do that as well.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Gettysburg, we have giant, is it Joro spider that they're warning is moving up the East Coast?
Oh boy.
I'm just picturing like a giant spider moving up the East Coast.
Like tarantula.
Yes, like tarantula.
60-foot high tarantula. Whoa. Where's Clint Eastwood? We need him, But interesting. I have to look that up. All we have is, we still have stink bugs, which are horrifying enough, but we've also been getting the lantern flies, which frankly are very pretty, but they're invasive and they eat everything. So they kind of got to go. I'm waiting for the parasites for them to take care of them, which also is horrifying. But hey, you live by the sword.
But
there you go. But hey, what can I tell you? I don't believe in indiscriminate slaughter of beasts out there. However, if they have no known predators, there you go. Anyway, I'm just thinking of the theme to high anxiety again. Best death scene in a motion picture. Yeah, I gotta go for that. Dick Van Patten. He does it well.
Now I'm rethinking my second drink.
Oh yeah,
thinking about. Do I need to do something high anxiety?
High anxiety-esque. Geez, I think we actually did back in the day.
Which day? I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, take a look.
You keep talking.
I will keep talking. I'm trying to think of like other things that have been mentioned, like within this conversation about such things. Birds is a favorite around here, and whoever can't watch it, you have company.
High anxiety. Okay,
we have friends who really have a problem with the birds, and I got to say, it's interesting how a lot of people don't find it to be that horrifying, and I think watch it, and you'll see exactly what's going on there, and the setting is actually great. The bit Bodega Bay is where they did the actual location shots, and there's less of that than you think. There's a ton of matte paintings in the birds. It's a great little like sleepy location on the West Coast. Looks exactly like some New England town.
I could do the Nurse Diesel.
The Diesel. Let's see. You got that. Do we still have?
I have coffee liqueur.
We still have that.
I don't have the grind, but I have coffee.
Yeah, I got the rest of that. Why not do the Nurse Diesel?
I'm going to do the Nurse Diesel.
Dr. Wentworth. Oh, the classics.
The Dr. Wentworth.
Oh, the classics.
Okay.
We actually have all the ingredients for that, too.
The tarantula that ate Columbus.
Oh, the cockroach ate Cincinnati.
Oh, 6 cents. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking also of Night Gallery. I remember seeing a broadcast of Dick Cavett, 1971, and his guests were Rod Serling and John and Yoko. I think John and Yoko talked about like what they were doing, which was a lot of live performances. Among other things, they were closing the Fillmore at the time. But Serling comes on and basically tells the audience not to watch his show because he was like, he didn't really have control over everything. His staff was approving a lot of scripts that he didn't think were that great, and he was not all that happy with it. It just, it was supposed to be sort of a Twilight Zone-esque show, and it just didn't really cut it. When it does, it's highly entertaining, and I think they're very good.
I have an idea. Hold on.
I've seen some of them that are like, yeah, I was kind of dumb. What the hell's that all about? And it's like he wasn't in control of the show the way that he was with the Zone. And the reason he had such control over the Zone is because, look, he'd been writing TV for years. He'd seen his share of interference from the networks, from censors, from sponsors in particular. And he really just wanted to have a show where he could just do his thing. And took a lot of oomph to get that. There's sort of like a pre-show that he put together, which was intriguing enough. That was on like, I think Desi Arnaz was the host of that. It was an anthology show. And that sold it, and then he was able to do the Zone. Well, with the Zone, he had a lot of leeway over what he was putting up there, and he hired great writers. That's what made it work.
So many people hate birds because of the movie.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
funny.
It is scary. I mean,
well, it's well done. It's actually, it makes the birds creepy. And of course, this is based on actual incidents. In the late 50s in California, there were a number of bird attacks. The
1979 movie Zombie, Peter's asking.
I do.
Oh, the Roddy McDowell. Yes. Did you already address that one? Sorry, I'm catching up with the comments. Night Gallery movie, especially the Roddy McDowell segment.
Okay, I don't think I've seen the movie.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen the movie. There was. Oh wait, no. The movie was like the pilot to the show. One of the sequences had Joan Crawford, and I believe that was directed by
Nurse Ratched,
the young Steven Spielberg.
Did you see the Ratched series they did a few years ago?
No, that's horrifying.
That is horrifying.
That has like among the most disturbing things I've ever seen on TV. I mean, we're talking like late night and adult-oriented television, but yeah, oh no, that has some really sick stuff. So go into that forewarned, although it's recommended. I thought it was the whole ensemble on that is really great. But I'm thinking of, what is it? The Zombie, I think, is actually ZOMBI. It's an Italian picture, and I think it's Lucio Fulci. Am I right about that, Peter? That is actually probably like a substantially gore picture, as a matter of fact, which is a different kind of segment. I mean, if you're talking like genuinely scary versus like splatter pictures, there's a thing. But it makes me think of the fact that I was recently looking up a little Herschel Gordon Lewis, grandfather of all that splatter stuff. Huge influence on John Waters. Yep.
Bridget was working for the inspector, so these people.
Yes. Bingo. Bingo.
Oh boy. Yes, you watched Nurse Ratched twice. God.
Oh man.
That show was creepy AF.
All I can say is the application of psychedelic drugs.
Yes.
Wow, that's an incredibly disturbing episode.
That's correct, Peter.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Fulci. Fulci actually has his points. I mean, and I think he's not 100% gore, but I remember seeing one in 1985, I think it was, which was called Demons or Demoni.
I'm going to start making my drink, and then I will explain what I'm doing when you're done talking.
Totally shot in Germany or something. It's supposed to be like somewhere in the States. It's like, this is wrong. And I remember it just being like, some fairly pointless gore, but entertaining. It's worth it if you go for this kind of thing. And I'm thinking about what else fit into that sort of thing. But it kind of makes you think of the fact that fits into the whole genre of giallo. And the giallo pictures, you've got people like, who am I thinking of? Tenebrae, Suspiria, Four Flies in Grey Velvet. His name will come to me in a second.
The Shower, yeah.
Psycho, of course,
it's a classic.
It's classic for having a picture where like a major character in this picture kind of disappears a quarter of the way through the picture. That itself was kind of like shocking. Now, of course, what's that all about? That is about the fact that Hitchcock was noticing that he was spending a lot of money making pictures, and then this guy called William Castle comes along and makes pictures super cheap and has like huge box office. So he decided to do a William Castle picture. That was the thing. His didn't have a gimmick, although it did have warnings and things. And it's highly effective, and it's a great soundtrack. What can you say? I think it's like almost entirely strings scoring that.
Shoot.
Bernard Herrmann. Absolutely great. We have it. Is it behind me right now? It is not behind me right now, but we do have the soundtrack album, which was released years after the picture. They did not do any soundtrack at the time. When 76, 77 or so, there was a soundtrack album that was recorded with like some London symphony, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what do you need?
We don't have the biscotti, do we?
We have something that would be a good sub.
Which?
Tall, sort of rectangular bottle. Is it? It is an aromatic type liqueur. Hazelnut? We have like hazelnut liqueur down there.
We have hazelnut. But...
Yeah. You go with that.
All right.
That'll be a good sub. Hey, sometimes you got a sub, folks. That's the thing. And if we do it on the show, it's just going to mean that the drink gets a number Roman numeral 2 after the drink, and it'll be fine. Be totally fine.
Well, I got inspired, and then I realized I didn't have all my ingredients. So,
well, the hazel is a good sub for that.
Got it.
If we happen to have the what are those? Don't we have almond bitters? Almond flavored bitters?
We do.
Yeah. Put a dash in there. That will help punch that flavor. That will help you.
Hi, Chaz. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Peter. Dario Argento.
Yes.
That's who I'm thinking of. Argento, of course, heavily influenced by Hitchcock and his ilk.
Oh, Homicidal. We have seen Homicidal.
Homicidal.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Great gimmick in that one. Thank you, Chaz. And yes, and the Castle pictures are hilarious. They're just amazing.
Out of this.
They're very inexpensively done, but they're like Roger Corman pictures. They're always entertaining. He always delivers much higher than his budget allowed. He got some fun gimmicks, so like people were entertained every single time. And they always looked great. It wasn't like he was using cheap cameras. It was like, this is all shot Hollywood, etc. And I'm thinking about Corman himself, of course, did a whole series of Edgar Allan Poe pictures. Not that faithful to the source, but they were great, and they were usually in color.
Okay.
So
my improved Nurse Diesel. 2 ounces of brandy.
We improved Nurse Diesel.
Going to do.
She's slightly less homicidal this
a
time.
½ ounce Kahlua.
The fright clock, absolutely. Can you stand it? Tick, tick, tick. I can't do it. I can't actually do it. I'm going to leave the theater.
I used espresso liqueur last time, but I don't have
Going for the Kahlua.
Going for the Kahlua.
Well, the Kahlua is an excellent coffee liqueur.
Oh, yeah. Castle Films. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They did.
And
I remember House on Haunted Hill seeing that in Emergo at the only theater in America equipped to show it in Emergo, which it still is, which is also the only theater equipped for Percepto.
½ ounce hazelnut liqueur.
Saw that as well.
I remember you made sure I had a vibrator under my seat.
Oh, yeah. No, we saw it together, and I was looking at the theater. I'm like, you sit here. Yes, you got to do it. You've got to do it. It's so hilarious. Speaking of psychedelic drugs, first motion picture to feature an LSD trip. Bingo.
Everything's fine. Okay. All
right, yes, I was about to mention that Castle basically sort of ultimately becomes a producer and options the rights on a popular book at the time, R11, and decides, Rosemary's Baby. And the studio was not that hot on him doing it. I don't know whether somebody thought he'd do it too gimmicky or something. I kind of feel like he probably would have made it as creepy as, but they did have a decent enough idea to have him hire a young Polish director. And they got Polanski to do it. And Polanski, as a matter of fact, kind of shot it like by the book.
Yes.
He kind of thought he needed to do that. And it works so well. Rosemary's is intensely creepy to this day.
I love Rosemary.
And of course, the location shots.
I have to watch that every year.
Are just great. Just great. It's very 60s New York. The building is still there. Is exactly as creepy as it ever was. Speaking of John and Yoko, of course, they lived in the Dakota.
Basically empty, but
killed it. All right.
Okay. Oh, I need the Angostura. Hold on. I know I keep disappearing.
Oh, that's okay.
This was a last minute idea.
Hey, I disappear frequently during these because I'm like, damn it, no matter how much I set this up, I forgot the lemon juice. I forgot the bitters. I forgot the liquor. I got to go make the liquor.
So for the Nurse Diesel,
I got to go malt the grain and distill it. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Wow,
crazy stuff.
That was 10 dashes of Angostura bitters. Okay, so
yeah, that was 10 dashes.
2 ounces brandy,
half
brandy. Ounce Kahlua, half ounce hazelnut liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice, 2 dashes almond bitters, 10 dashes Angostura bitters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And strain into a cocktail
56
glass.
dashes Angostura bitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
William Castle says he was always mistaken for Lee J. Cobb. Funny.
There's a distinct resemblance there. That's the funny thing. I don't know if Lee J. Cobb was fond of cigars, though. Castle was because of Hitchcock. So, he kind of thought to be a big director, he needed to do what the big directors did. So he started adopting some Hitchcock things, including the cigars. And of course, in Rosemary's Baby, she's in the phone booth trying to get in touch with the doctor.
Yeah.
I forget, Dr. Hill, right?
Yes.
And she's kind of desperate at that point. And somebody's waiting outside the phone booth. Excuse me. And who is it? There's William Castle making the drop-in appearance in his pictures, just like Hitchcock.
We just saw a funny video with Lee J. Cobb.
Yes.
On the Dean Martin show that my mom showed us the other day.
Linda recommended that,
yes.
So we took a look. It's up on YouTube. It is a pretty funny bit. And by the way, just to be clear here, we have a comment here about Castle Films from Dime. He's talking about William Castle Pictures versus the home video company, the home movie company that would release little 8mm pictures.
Oh yeah,
that you could show.
We have some of those.
Castle Films. We do have some of those. Those are a lot of fun. I wish I had more of them. They were a little rarer than all that because it was never cheap to buy home movies back in the movie era. But they're great. And there was one Halloween where I took a stack of them that I borrowed them from a friend, and I took a stack of them outside and I was projecting them during Halloween. And people were just like, "What the hell is this?" They had no idea. It was very cool. All these great horror pictures. So
no comment. Do we have any more chilled glasses or no? I don't think we do.
I'm gonna no.
Looks like no.
Looks like no.
Right.
If you recognize that. Oh, the classics.
I'll use an unchilled glass.
Oh, it's warm. Warm. Merely warm.
I can't even with the unchilled glass.
The tearing of the clothing. I tell you. So big fun. Yeah, we're talking about some great stuff here. I knew this crowd would start throwing down on the classic horror, the not so classic horror, the grade Z horror.
Glad I asked.
We know all about all these things, and we covering all these sort of things. I wanted to actually interject about Dario Argento, of course, huge Hitchcock fan, and the first 3 or 4 pictures he makes are very much in a Hitch vein, starting with.
It is kind of bracing.
Bird with a Crystal Plumage. Creepy motion picture. Well worth your time. Very cool. And there is a real surprise shock about who was perpetrating all these murders. So it's well worth your time with that. And then Four Flies on Gray Velvet, I've seen. That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, Eric says every time I hear Castle these days, I think of that TV show. Yeah.
Oh, delicious. Delicious. Only the best in this house.
Delicious.
Delicious. Anyway.
Bitter.
And also a certain bitterness to it. So, big fun. By the way, over to my right is Misery is showing right now.
Oh, Castle killed off Joan Crawford early, and I saw what you did in the shower to imitate. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. Of course, Castle featured Joan in Straight Jacket. That's a
I love
classic Straight Jacket.
I love that film.
Fantastic. That's it was always fun. And the problem with him is that he goes to produce this Satanist novel, and it's his huge hit. It's just this big creepy thing, and then he goes right back to making these sort of grade B pictures, and it's he really should have just gone to be a producer of higher level stuff. A-grade horror pictures, because that was becoming very popular at the time. Simultaneously on television, you had the aforementioned Dark Shadows. That was running daily soap opera. amazing. It was a really rich vein for
Oh,
stuff like
Straight Jacket was Lee Major's first film.
Oh,
I remember he was in that. Yes,
hilarious. Great stuff. And
I love that movie.
I'm trying to think of the other titles. House on Haunted Hill, which is the Emergo. When you see it in a theater,
I need to see if you can hold on.
I apparently at the time the Emergo thing was to have the actual skeleton, like a plastic skeleton that comes from out the screen. I remember seeing it at the Film Forum, and what they did was they had like a clothesline with one of those paper corrugated skeletons, and when the thing comes out the screen, everyone just died. It was so amazingly stupid and funny at the same time. And it just totally made the picture. And the plot is great, and it's got Vincent Price. What can I say? So.
Yeah, I don't see it now.
They don't make it like that anymore.
Hold on.
Oh, I got to keep going. Big fun stuff. And at this point, I think I've seen 2, maybe 3 of them with the original effects. I know that somebody was showing 13 Ghosts with the the ghost viewer at some point.
I don't think you can get it anymore.
You gotta.
Oh, Mr. Sardonicus. Yes. Look, it would have been better than it was.
I thought it was better than it was.
I'm thinking about Straight Jacket, and I don't know, probably. Geez, it seems like yesterday, but probably like 8 years ago on Spoonflower, I found Christmas wrap that was Joan Crawford in Straight Jacket. So of course I bought it.
I had to buy it.
I'm out of it now, and now I don't see it.
Now it's long gone.
Spoonflower, but
perhaps it needs to be remade. We're just saying it's Spoonflower.
Oh, Lisa tried to sneak some pretzels. Josie can hear a bag rattle a mile away.
Whoops. Sardonicus is fun because it makes me think of 2 things. One is I was reading up on that one, and apparently the makeup appliance to make like the rictus grin was extremely painful for the actor, and he could only be in this for like 20 minutes at a time. So that was a difficult shoot. But it also makes me think of the 4th album from the band Spirit, The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Great record, very underappreciated.
Which band?
Spirit, who I like a lot, and they're still sort of under the radar. And this is like 50 years on. People should know Spirit. So,
I feel like 50 years on, they're probably going to stay under the radar.
I don't know. All sorts of things get discovered. It's all available to you today. So,
Eyes Without a Face.
Oh, have not seen that one. That looks super creepy.
Yes.
That looks like a William Castle picture done big budget. Like really wow, like all atmosphere. It makes me think of like Val Lewton, that kind of thing. Jacques Tourneur, yeah, that kind of thing. Just like a lot, 98% atmosphere, a lot of suggestion. That kind of thing can really get up your spine when you're watching a picture. I can think of like things like that just really freak you out without any blood, without any axe murders.
Thinking.
Some
of my favorites that haven't been mentioned thus far.
Yep.
Oh, Watch It Now. Great movie. Not a William Castle. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, when we're done. But Night Tide.
Night Tide. I think they
That's
came up
creepy.
in a prior broadcast.
That's creepy.
Very creepy, very atmospheric, very cheaply made. But I think the ensemble carries it. It's well done. Carnival of Souls.
Yeah, I was going to say Carnival of Souls.
I think we have that on a DVD. That's a 2-pack. The other one is Carnival.
Yep.
Carnival is very inexpensively made. And a lot of the acting in it is pretty cardboard. But the main gal carries it. And it just has this weird organ soundtrack, and the whole sort of like undead, like otherworldly people in it are very creepy. Highly influential on George Romero in terms of Night of the Living Dead. None of Living Dead itself. Great stuff.
Oh, Carnival of Souls. Yes, Amy. It is awesome. So
it's a very cool picture.
Has anyone seen Night Tide?
Oh, Night Tide. That's a good one.
Hell House. Okay.
Yep. So we got a recommendation from Chaz on Eyes Without a Face. I know it's not a castle.
Right.
It feels like he would have made that if he'd had a budget, but he never committed to it. But no, it's a French picture, as I recall. It looks like really, really, really spooky.
Oh, just watched Night Tide in the Rum Shack last weekend. Okay.
Excellent.
The Lighthouse. Yes.
And the Rum Shack. And in Rum Shack, the Rum Shack is a little old place where we drink a lot of rum together.
I'm thinking that another waterfront horror film, Monster Piedras Blancas.
Let's put them all together, shall we?
Just saying.
There's also Beach Girls and the Monster, waterfront.
Yeah.
But
That's shot in
Piedras Blancas is pretty classic. I think that monster was used in a couple of other pictures.
I'm just thinking the Lighthouse, that kind of.
The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
The Lighthouse Keeper. Yeah, the Piedras is kind of fun. We used scenes from that when we made a little video for Tiki Oasis at one point. Sisters, I remember. I've never seen it, but it was on TV a lot back in the period. And I remember it was supposed to be pretty creepy. Definitely like a Hitchcock tribute.
We got to get busy watching horror films.
I
feel like such a slacker.
These
broadcasts, like, I'm not spending enough time watching TV.
The Fog was not well received at the time. I think people didn't think it was very well done. But I think it probably ages well.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Now I would watch it and check it out and just like appreciate it for what it is. Motel Hell, that's a good one.
Comedy of Terrors this month. Oh,
okay.
Don't Look Now with Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
I haven't.
And I've been talking about creepy pictures. That one out creeps them all because it's shot heavily. All the location shots are Venice, and Venice. I have been to Venice. It is.
Hi, David. Good to see you.
It's that spooky in person. It's really a creepy town, and all of this stuff. You've got all these weird characters walking around and stalking Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie. Weird. Yeah.
I think I would like that.
Pretty freaky picture. Don't Look Now is aptly named. Definitely.
Like that.
And frankly, like he had just like 2 years prior made Clute, which itself is a pretty creepy picture. It's not a horror picture per se, although there's a murderer, but it's like it's atmosphere.
Kenny Swimham says The Blob is on my watch list. Yes.
There we go.
Love The Blob.
There we go.
And so is The Burbs. I love The Burbs.
The Burbs.
So good.
A lot of fun.
Only 2 days into October, and I've watched 6 horror movies. Good for you, Daniel.
I knew that you would.
I feel behind.
Yeah, I do feel behind. Jeez, you're making up for our lost time over here. But I'm glad you are. What have you been seeing? Interested?
Oh, Motel Hell.
I've
seen Motel Hell.
Motel Hell is, inexpensively made. Has some really great and acting.
Happy Birthday to Me.
Much better than that.
Remember that one came out around the same time as Happy Birthday to Me.
Oh yeah, geez, that one was notorious for excess blood.
Yes,
as a matter of fact, it's so much. It's pretty cartoon.
The commercial. Happy Birthday to Me. Pray you're not invited.
Yeah.
Oh, Guilty Pleasures Looker that starred Susan Day. Another one I
remember that one, and of course,
I feel so culturally ignorant.
It's like we were all aware of such things because we were all Susan Day fans from the TV show, Alice.
Yes, with the burned out. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Motel Hello.
Oh, Alice, Sweet Alice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Blob is always worth your time. We've actually seen the Blob in the movie theater.
That they run out
of, as a matter of fact. And of course, during Blobfest, they reenact the run out, and we've done that twice. So, we've done it 3 times. Anyway, we've done it a few times anyway.
Just remains one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life.
I got to say, Phoenixville does it well.
Yep.
Phoenixville and Downington were the actual shooting locations for the picture. That was cheaply made, but very effective.
Random stuff on Tubi. I watch Tubi a lot.
Oh,
yeah. Late Night with the Devil. Okay, all right. Oh, Sleepaway Camp and then Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3.
Sleepaway Camp 3, Sleepaway Camp 7.
I feel like I need
Sleepaway Camp 56. All these, all the classics.
Like another 24 hours in my day so that I can just watch all these films.
All this time, all these things.
I have Misery on now. On mute. We're not listening to it.
We can note that we have not actually seen Snow Shark 5. And maybe that's an omission.
Amy, yeah, Blobfest is fun.
Oh yeah,
it's so low key. It's just you just go there, you watch movies.
It's just like a festival in a town.
Run out of the theater.
A hell of a lot of this is just vendors, and it's free, and you just check it out and whatnot. You pay for the
Pepper
movies,
Tree. Good
buy
to
some popcorn.
see you.
Hey, Pepper Tree. Yeah. Look on Westworld. Westworld is creepy on its own.
Okay, so
which makes me think of what is a similar kind of like technological 70s dystopian future thing, the Stepford Wives. Oh,
that's creepy.
That's pretty creepy. But definitely. And I think isn't there a sequel to the Stepford Wives?
Yes.
And there's a sequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Which I've never seen, actually. I've never seen the sequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
I've watched Rosemary's Baby every year. But
just seen the first.
I was just thinking, oh, Snow Shark. Okay, so
Sharknado.
yes,
yes,
it was
yes,
a direct ripoff of Sharknado, but through some weather event,
accident of weather phenomena. Maybe it was a
sharks ended up
bomb
on the ski slopes.
Yeah, because sharks,
so people would be skiing along, and sharks would come attack them.
Come up and just consume them.
Because Yoink. Of course that could happen. Why wouldn't that happen?
Why wouldn't that happen? Sharknado itself was a unique beast, and of course there's Sharknado 15 by now.
There was a Stepford Children.
Stepford Children.
Not to be confused with like Children of the Corn
or Children of the Damned.
Children of the Damned, yeah.
There's like 2 Children of the Damned out there.
No one has mentioned one of the all-time greatest.
The greats.
The Bad Seed.
Now you're talking. Speaking of horror. Wow.
Where have I been?
Yeah.
Bad Seed.
Mixing drinks, I think.
Yes. All right, we're going to do a Bad Seed episode.
We can do such
I got to
things.
braid my hair for it. Oh, man.
Sweet Rhoda.
I love the Bad Seed. I love the Bad Seed so
Luckily,
much
she survived.
We were invited to do, like, we're going to do a night of art and reading and blah, blah, blah. So Paul and I did a scene from the Bad Seed.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Like, oh, you could do anything. You can, share your artistic inspiration. We're going to do a scene from the Bad Seed.
That was Bad Seed. That works, right?
Ooh.
All right.
Macaulay Culkin. Oh, Deranged. Hi, Colonel Keg.
Hey,
Good
Keg.
to see you. Yeah, Deranged.
Eerie. Once again, the organ score, it always makes me think of Anton LaVey.
I love Sharknado, Amy.
In
its million sequels.
Yeah, in the organ bit in Carnival of Souls always makes me think of LaVey. He did not play that, but it's like a very similar kind of a churchy theater organ that he was known for doing. And there's a couple of albums of his stuff out there. So there you go. Now you're talking. Now I thought we had another idea that we might have worked on for another thing for me.
You sent one. Yeah.
I sent 2.
Yeah, and you just did one of them.
I did one of them. Let me check the other one. Do I want to
Let
do
me
that
check
right
my
now?
own messages.
Let me see. Message to self.
Okay, so the Bad Seed. Does anyone feel me on the Bad Seed, or am I out here by myself?
No, I'm with you. But definitely.
She is so freaking scary. And then, like, you see films with her as an adult. Or she was in Twin Peaks. She was in Twin Peaks. Wasn't she? No, I'm thinking someone else.
Yes.
No, but she was in
Piper Laurie?
No, she was in the sequel to Three's Company, The Ropers. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes.
Yeah, she did TV.
Oh,
probably a couple seasons. Oh, thank you.
Paul, the encyclopedia of everything.
Oh, I wish,
except
most things.
Except Patty McCormick. But
Patty.
She was in The Ropers.
Yeah.
As Jeffrey Tambor's wife.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Paul can come up with the classy trivia. The trashy trivia is more of my purview.
It's all her over here. I will.
Yes,
I'll grant her the trashy. That's fine.
The Ghost of Mr.
Ghost
Chicken.
of Mr.
Yes,
Chicken.
We have that on a Castle film, don't we?
We have the Reluctant Astronaut, which I remember seeing in a Woolworth when I was a kid, and I was like, "Wow, I want that." And there was no way.
You saw it in Woolworth?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean you saw it sitting there?
I saw it just sitting there for sale.
You saw the film
back when you could buy 8mm films for home use. It was the
the
8mm, the Super 8 version. There were 2 of these things.
Why?
Yeah, but yes, I remember that. But I remember seeing Ghost of Mr. Chicken on TV a lot. And about 20 years ago, there was some CD label that actually put out the soundtrack. It was with 3 or 4 other things because it's kind of short, but it's great. And I've actually shown some of those castle pictures with that as soundtrack because a lot of them are silent. So that's fun. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and Don Wells. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Have you seen that?
No.
There are so many films.
This sounds like one of those he's in the house with you kind of pictures, you know? I saw what you did, that kind of thing. I saw what you did last summer.
I'm just trying to think of my favorites. Oh, ones we haven't mentioned thus far. Definitely. I cannot believe I'm the only one about Bad Seed.
No, I'm with you, Bad Seed.
Bad Seed rocks.
If you all have not been into the Bad Seed, you are now.
Oh, it came from outer space. Julie, I love that film. Yes, so good. Yes. I love that one.
I'm definitely in there with the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Don Siegel. And then the remake is super creepy. We were seeing that again. I saw that at the time in the theater. And it really freaked me out. And saw it again recently on television. It just happened to be on. And I was like, this is very effective. It's a different tone than the 50s picture. Although ultimately the same theme and the way that it plays is about the same. And just about as paranoid. Really, really well done. I do like the sequel on that. But
Legend of Boggy Creek is great. Like a documentary about Bigfoot. So I'm also thinking the Killer Shrews.
The Shrews. And the original double bill with Killer Shrews.
It was a giant Gila monster.
Giant Gila monster.
Yeah.
There you go. We have posters for both of these sitting out there. These are very cheaply made. And they were both actually financed by Festus from Gunsmoke, am I right? And who appears in both
Microwave Massacre. Now I'm obsessed. I need to see something called Microwave Massacre.
As long as this is like more trauma than anything else, then I think we're in good hands. Speaking of which, I had a roommate who worked on was it Toxic Avenger 2 and 3, which were being shot simultaneously. That's why he's in both pictures. Because trauma, you were always working on all aspects of the movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Microwave Massacre. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Well, I don't know, Keg.
Snakes on a plane.
There you go. Keg, did you think that we would necessarily have seen something called Microwave Massacre? I'm just saying,
I've never heard of it. But
good
now
to
that
know
I've
that
heard of it, I'm obsessed.
Now we got to see.
I'm obsessed.
Now we got to see. I got to make a thing. I think I'll make the thing that I sent. It's totally doable.
Oh, a creepy little monster tormenting a woman in her new house. I would love that.
That sounds like that Twilight Zone episode with
Microwave Massacre is when I forget to cover my food and nuke it too.
All right, who's cleaning the microwave?
I had a cousin named Luther, and every time we saw him, we would say, "Attaboy, Luther." Oh no. Oh no. That's hilarious. Okay. We haven't mentioned I feel like we're not mentioning the classics here. And by the classics, I mean the Universal horror films. Like I think we're going more afield, which is great. I love that. I'm just keeping it straight in my mind. Chud. Chud's a good one.
There's Chud and there's Chud 2, but the original Chud is that cheaply made. Again.
Oh, The Shining.
Well done.
I was just thinking the other day that it's a crime that I don't own The Shining.
It's kind of a crime we don't own the soundtrack, but I think the period where we could have picked it up cheap is
I might be purchasing The Shining tomorrow because
I think we should have. Ultimately, it was again one of those things which was not well received at the time, and certainly was not well received as a Stephen King picture. But subsequently, people really started to clue in to the texture of that picture.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, the one with Kim Darby. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
okay. Yes, was it the one with Kim Darby? All right, we're cross pollinating between
this, that, and the other.
platforms. But yes.
By the way, right now you can buy a can of Pringles with a glow-in-the-dark skeleton on it. Just saying.
Pringles is not paying us to say
No,
that,
they're
by
not.
the way.
Absolutely not. You know, I'm
Attack
enjoying their
of the
product, but
50-Foot
still,
Woman.
they didn't pay me a damn thing.
Not the Daryl Hannah remake.
Yeah.
All right. I hope Microwave Massacre is a real thing because I'm obsessed. Okay. Oh, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Agnes Moorehead. Oh, jeez. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm thinking about what I need.
He's
here.
thinking. He's taking a moment.
Don't bother me. I'm thinking.
He's taking a moment. Yes, it's Kim Darby. Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so it
good.
is.
Right. Pringles does not need sponsorship. It's become our acceptable addictive drug. I thought that was caffeine.
I don't need to actually plug you.
I don't have a caffeine problem. Susie Q, yes, we are talking about horror films. So please ring in with your favorites.
Drop your favorites here, people.
And good to see you, Susie Q.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Everything is fair game here for horror films.
Oh.
Films. We're not talking about current events, films. So yeah, okay, yes.
But nothing like the evening news.
Oh, Colonel Cake says, I searched and searched record stores for years looking for the soundtrack to The Shining. Finally found one on eBay for 40 clams. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's about right.
It was sealed. I said, screw it. I'm listening to this. You know, it was sealed. I assume it arrived okay. You know, you got your money's worth.
That price is probably low these days. That's the thing.
See, Paula's saying that price is probably low these
sealed?
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always a big thing at the store.
Oh, I put it on one late night, 2 tracks in after the theme. I had to stop. Too scary. We need to own this. I don't know why we don't own this film, except I think just we were able to watch it streaming for a few years and then they take them away. Streaming is a harsh mistress. Like they decide certain films, you're not going to watch that this year unless you pay.
Not for you.
Yep. It was back in 2001. Oh, wow. Hi, Ben. Good to see you. Okay, that was 2001. But yeah, people are saying that price is super low these days. So I don't know. I have no idea what he has up his sleeve, but we'll find out. No streaming for you. I know. Well, I'll buy it. How much? Famous last words. How much could it be? I don't think it could be that much.
Probably not.
Oh boy, look, he's bringing in syrups. What are we making? Oh, Daniel says, I get everything on DVD. I don't trust streaming. I know. Except I don't trust our DVD player.
We have to get a new DVD player because what we have is cheap. And it's like the third cheap DVD player we have. And of course, they die.
Manos Hands of Fate.
Because they're cheap.
We hadn't, but you did. So,
you know, I was just looking at that
well
recently
done.
to realize exactly how bad is Manos. It is that bad. Okay. That's exactly right. But it sounds fascinating. And there are, I think, 3 sequels. Because some people involved in the production decided to make more Manos.
What do you mean?
More Manoses. Making this one that was calling Miss Halloween.
Miss Halloween.
Sounded good. I forget when we did this last, probably like 6 years ago.
I think it was when we did the Paul Lynde Halloween special.
Hello.
All right.
Could it possibly be?
Miss Halloween.
Is that in there?
There it is. I see it.
Hello, hello. Well, I can't find the cinnamon schnapps, and I'm just going to sub, and it will be fine. It'll be fine. So there we go.
I'm just copying it so that we can send it to our patrons.
Yes. When we're done with all this, are you a patron? You will get these recipes. Are you not a patron? You could be. Go to patreon.com/Velveteen Lounge. You'll find us. You can sponsor us. starting at $5.
Okay.
So it's pretty cheap.
All right. Got it.
Also, we're very late in the episode for me to say this, but if you're watching the rebroadcast, thank you very much. We very much appreciate that. As always, you cannot comment on existing comments. You can't join that conversation, but you can add comments, and you can always send us a message.
You can't.
We will respond.
They would probably guess that they couldn't.
You could probably
Hi,
figure that
Marty. Good to see you.
Hey, Marty. Boom, 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 boom. Torgo. Bingo. Yeah, I'm going to actually agree with Daniel on this in terms of things. If it's available on DVD or was, dig it up for cheap. You know?
Psycho.
Because people are dumping their DVDs now because they're all streaming. So you should really get all of this stuff.
Ah, I love it.
Yeah. So I think it's worth it to have it on physical media. Even if your machines give you trouble, it's like, whatever, buy a better machine. You'll be fine. Let's see.
Oh, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. I don't even know that one.
13, yeah.
Susie Q. All right.
Boy. You know, big fun going through.
Okay.
Anyway, I think this one is kind of built in glass. So let's do that.
Do you want to... How big of a glass do you want?
What do you got?
I have these Trader Vic's Halloween glasses.
I think that would work just great.
Okay.
It's Halloween. Oh, geez. This actually...
Yes. Physical media for the win every time.
Yeah, seriously. This could use... this is slightly streaky. I just want to polish this up a bit. Great extras on DVDs.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're not going to necessarily get that streaming.
Work calls.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. Are you on?
The DVDs have some great extras. Yes.
Sometimes they do.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes they do.
Yep.
Definitely. And if they give us some trouble, sometimes
Trilogy
whatever.
of Terror. Yes.
Get a better machine.
Oh my God. We're going to be busy because...
I mean, I think about audio media around here. We can play most things that everybody ever actually encountered back in the day. I can't play tapes, but can definitely play 4 and 8 track. And Open Reel, the machine is working great. Just recorded something on that recently. So, got to say.
And I've actually never seen it, Colonel Keg. The 90s Psycho.
Oh, wow.
Did you see it?
The remake of that it might have been later than 90s, in fact. And it was when that was a shot-for-shot remake?
No, because it was when I lived in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never saw that. Couldn't tell you. I've seen scenes from one of those remakes. Michael J.
Fox. Oh, Earl says, yes, so people were dumping records years ago. My brother was scarfing them up for pennies on the dollar.
I had a conversation with one of my good friends recently about that. He was like, oh, yeah, like, early 2000s when people were just dumping all this stuff because they were just getting rid of it. And that was like among the last periods where all of this stuff was super cheap. But we were able to get records at the Salvation for $1 until about 6 months ago. Marty can tell you this. And then suddenly they're $3. I'm like, I'm going to buy fewer things from you. And their selection is terrible. So
do we have
saw that?
What's out in our fridge out here?
Let's see. I'm going to put a few cubes in here. This is built-in glass, and I just want it to be cold enough without being super dilute. And away we go. Let's see. 1998. Okay, I got to see like what exactly we're talking about to see if that's the one I'm thinking of. I cannot think of the director. I'm thinking of it, so like I'm kind of gone. But yeah.
I need a...
So let's see. This one you just dropped on us. And this is, it's a good idea, right? I'm having a thing with a lot of fluid in it. So this makes sense. Shot of the darker Jamaican, 1/2 ounce of the cinnamon, 3/4 lime juice. That works fine.
Glass, but
same.
This one, Anheuser. Okay.
That is what I'm thinking of. Anheuser was in this, yeah. And as I recall, it's actually more pointed. It's a shot-for-shot remake, but
Gus Van Sant.
The parts that they couldn't quite do at the time are done here. So it's a little more explicit about certain things. The picture.
I had something important to say that I've totally forgotten.
I'll take the dark one, please. There we go. So,
having
this was designed
Jacko
a shot
Sam Adams
of the dark stuff.
I just hear Jacko And all I could think is like, I called him Jacko. And if you can tell me what film that's from, I will send you a thing.
Take the cinnamon syrup, please.
I will send you a piece of Velveteen Lounge paraphernalia. I gotta find the exact quote though to make it fair. Hold on. Keeping it fair.
Half an ounce.
What else do you need?
I need the lemon juice.
You might not have enough.
This is 3/4. This looks close enough to me. Slightly short, but it'll survive. It'll survive because this is probably a pretty good base so far. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
You know, I actually think the quote was from the play. So.
And originally, I was filling this with rosé cider. All I had for cider was the New Glarus Brewing, the apple beer. So you know what? That is a cider type product. I'm using it. And fill. That's pretty happy. I'm good there.
Looking at October next year, possibly hosting a screening of Nosferatu at our church with live organ accompaniment. Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Pre-Chucky.
Oh, well. Chucko Homer. Are we not Velveteen Lounge?
Are we? Okay, so let's see here. I want to make sure I'm getting all the parts.
So I was in a play that was a theater version of a film, and one of the characters was like, I called him Jacko, but talking about Michael Jackson, but I don't know if that was actually in the film. I think that might have come later. I think she might have added that.
You talking Sinful?
Yeah, but no, you gave it away. I was going to say if anyone could name it, but anyway, and no.
I spit it out. What can I say?
He spit it out.
Yep.
There's a Nosferatu remake coming. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
There was a Nosferatu remake in 1979, somewhere in that range, with Klaus Kinski, as I recall. Probably substantially grislier than the 20s picture, but the 20s picture is supremely creepy.
So excited. It should be good. Yeah.
That's just like 100% atmosphere. Weird effects in that one. 1922, I think. Yeah.
Drag a human wherever. Oh my gosh. We did see Nosferatu at the Bardavon.
Bardavon.
Yeah.
Theater Poughkeepsie. Yeah. And of course they have a theater organ. So it's like accompanied the whole time. Super creepy picture. Really, truly amazing the way that's done.
Do you like immersive theater? I mean, it depends. It
depends on
the how immersive.
Yeah, there are such things.
Am I going to regret
attending this
show? Yeah.
Maybe. Just saying. Shout of the Vampire about the
Has
making
anyone seen the Salem's Lot remake yet? I haven't.
Okay.
Has anyone here seen it? Let us know.
I remember the television production in the 70s. That really freaked out my sister. I didn't watch it.
Those German expressionists certainly had a grasp for atmosphere. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And we were thinking of like Caligari. Wow. Yeah, that's a freaky
Oh, Shadow
picture.
of the Vampire, the movie about the making of Nosferatu. Okay, I haven't seen that. So yeah, please.
So, yeah.
Have you seen the Mist? Oh wait, I have a life-size Nosferatu. I'll show you all when you come visit us someday.
Oh,
I
baby!
Would love to see that.
We know folks who have a life-size Frankenberry, who kind of stands over your bed in the guest room. Yeah, that's a good way to get to sleep.
Have you seen The Mist? Have you seen The Mist? I feel like
I haven't seen The Fog, so I certainly have seen The Mist.
I feel like I haven't seen any movies. I'm talking to you all. I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen movies.
Yeah, seriously, it's like we start talking about these things and I'm like, well, I thought I'd seen a fair amount of horror pictures, but no, I haven't even started.
With
But
John Malkovich as Orlok.
Orlok.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Big fun.
The shadows alone did the trick in that movie. And don't get me started on how cool the set design was. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to save the chat.
It's all Creep Fest.
Let the Right One In is one of my favorites. Okay. Oh, don't feel bad saying your girl kicks us. I know. I feel like I've seen a lot of musicals and comedies.
I appreciate the number of folks watching here who actually have been watching horror pictures already and have like really clocked in a lot of things, because we've seen a couple, but we really need to accelerate because we're already we are well into October, folks. Let's go.
Oh, Eric's saying, I almost attended something in Pittsburgh called Strata, where you arrive at a pre-chosen location, meet your agent, and the choices you make in that show determine your destiny.
Live theater fun.
No pressure there.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Those interactive type shows.
Wow.
That sounds like fun. You actually participated in a sort of interactive thing.
I did a couple of years ago.
2 years ago now?
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween thing.
I played a medium.
Mm-hmm. We were conjuring the spirits.
I did.
It sounded like a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Like a live theater kind of thing. And didn't like that production have like people breathing fire and stuff like that?
Oh, okay. All right. We will watch it. I love all these suggestions, so thank you. Did anyone catch the recent Renfeld movie? Oh no, because apparently we've never seen a film.
Apparently we've never seen any motion pictures at all. Here we are with all the things I haven't seen. Hilarious though. That's great. Version of it. Okay, got it.
Malkovich was the director. Okay.
All right. Oh, new Beetlejuice picture. Heavily advertised on Times Square. I see that every time I go to the office.
I have the cup from when I saw the Broadway show. Yep. And of course I saw the film Beetlejuice back in the day. Oh my God, I'm busy. I'm busy.
Look, it's behind us. I didn't do any of this. I mean, I think no, I didn't do a damn bit on that. I did something on the tree over there, and I did this guy. I made this guy work. So there we go. I should. That was actually a fair amount of work to do that too.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning or something.
Got to knock these things out. I know.
So many chores to do. Exactly. I know.
Yeah, seriously.
Let Me In is the American version. Oh my gosh. Okay. So much info. I love it. By the way, don't stop with the info.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. I don't mind hearing about things I haven't done.
I know. I love it. Seriously. And we have, I was thinking about this today. Hold on. Four more Halloween happy hours.
Hello. This is true.
Year.
The way it falls this year.
The way it falls. A lot. So
fantastic. As a matter of fact, when is the actual 31st?
It's a Thursday, I believe.
Oh, okay. So we can do like a complete prelude.
No, because remember last year it was Wednesday and we took turns like answering the door when kids
taking care of the young monsters coming to the door.
No, it's young monsters. Now it's we have four more. Halloween is Thursday.
Got it. Okay, that works. We're in good shape here. Fun, and we're hearing about so many things for us to take a look at.
Tried to get the Sandworm Slayer cocktail.
Sandworm Slayer.
I'm curious about how horrid it might be. We would probably go at like 11 o'clock in the morning. They might not be offering it then.
We'll see what's what. I would try it though. And I remember actually.
Oh, Dime says my thing is trying to go to every pumpkin patch and haunted house in the area. I love that stuff.
Oh, there you go.
I might have a pumpkin patch gig. Saturday.
Yeah.
Which is
painting pumpkins.
I don't paint the pumpkins, but
the kids do.
Manage it while other people paint the pumpkins.
You've been doing face painting when you've been doing some of these things. But pumpkin painting, they do it themselves, which is fun. I'm thinking of sandworms. Oh, the fact that when we
Listen,
saw the show
sandworms.
version. Sandworms. It's like got to be 5 years ago. We saw the show version of Tootsie, and we actually had 2 tickets to see something on Broadway, and they were going to expire, and we said, let's go see this. Highly entertaining. Really loved the ensemble and the score. It was really great.
Earthing cocktails. Oh, you do.
And this is one of these shows on Broadway where they have custom cocktails. So we had a couple of these, and the great thing is they give you a little cup with a lid, and you bring it. Hold on, cup with your lid. You bring it back to your seat. So we just enjoyed that the whole show. It's really great. Yes.
Oh yeah, see Pumpkinhead before you go pumpkin shopping. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Julie says, "Have you ever heard of Lost Skeleton of Cadavra?" Yes, we love Lost Skeleton of Cadavra.
Contemporary,
so good.
Takeoff tribute.
Yes.
I remember seeing that.
Oh, it's on TV.
Well done.
I haven't seen it in years, but I would love to see it again because it was so funny. Oh, you do.
Boom. Yeah, seriously, horror themed cocktail.
I found.
I feel like we're missing a trick by not supplying some formulas to these Broadway shows because
I know.
somebody does these things, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, well, I looked at the ingredients; it didn't look that interesting, but I would always make something really cool.
Titanic.
Oh, bingo. And we've seen a few things on Broadway this year already, which were excellent. I got to say, you're unlikely to see something terrible.
Stereophonic has not closed.
Stereophonic is actually rocking because it won all the awards, and it's doing really great.
Yeah.
Well recommended if you're coming into town. You want to see something really cool. This is basically about a 70s band who will remain unnamed making their big album, which will remain unnamed. It's pretty obvious what it is, but it's well done. Very, very well done. Great bit. Live songs played by the actual cast. They're just going to start playing.
I'm excited that Lost Skeleton of Cadavra might be on.
Yes, haven't seen that since.
Oh yeah, Julie's saying
first time
I
we
think
did.
It's on Tubi.
Yeah, definitely. I would see that again in a second.
So good.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Great tribute to all of these sort of things.
Yes.
Very, very Ed Wood-esque, as I recall. And we just recently saw.
I will call
Ed
you
Wood.
Anamala. Oh, we watched Ed Wood. Yes, Dan, if you're still here. Dan gave us Ed Wood.
Gave us a copy of Ed Wood.
And we watched that recently. He thought
we needed it. And as a matter of fact, we didn't have it. So clearly he was right.
He was correct. We needed it.
You are correct. You are correct, sir.
We saw it when we first started dating.
Oh, yeah.
And then
1993,
you and Bill had a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And you dressed up as
Ed Wood.
Yeah. I dressed up as Endora.
I had to borrow Angora. But she was
I had
Endora.
Angora. It's this German performance group who literally build a Titanic ship.
Oh, wow. What?
Oh, Lisa, thank you. I want to do more. I just hours in the day.
Interestingly enough, we actually saw Titanic the musical on Broadway when it was done, and that was very well done. I thought that was actually quite charming.
Oh, Daniel says
fascinating. Really...
Off topic, but I just made some homemade squash soup. It came out so good, perfect for fall.
Boom.
Well, if you would not mind sharing the recipe in the Velveteen Lounge VIP group.
You posted a lot of pictures of things you grew. Did you grow the squash? Just question.
My brother was an extra in the ending theater scene. What?
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, fun. I'm thinking of
in terms of a real celebrity, humble brag.
In terms of things that we grew, we actually did. Speaking of horror, we did actually grow super hot peppers this year, and I finally got around to making them into a pepper sauce. And they're sort of idling right now in the fridge. But
I will. What's with the extra ones in? There's a bin that has. Did they not make the cut?
They didn't make the cut. They got dried out and moldy.
Well, why are they in the fridge?
They're gone now.
I feel like they were there earlier this evening.
They were. They're gone now.
Okay, good.
So there you go. But yes, I'll tell you how that comes out because the last time
we did that, butternut squash soup is so good. Little nutmeg, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Lisa makes good squash soup. I love that stuff. I bought pumpkin yesterday to make pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup is super easy and good.
Yeah.
And ultimately, most of the pumpkin in the cans
just
is
like
squash.
my brain.
So.
I know the feeling.
Trying really hard. Anyway, I'll tell you how the hot sauce comes out. It's actually, I don't think that these are quite as hot as they grow them in, say, Arizona, where the atmosphere really punches these things high. But they are actually ghost pepper and scorpion. So they are pretty damned hot. And the last time we did this a couple of years ago, they were like, wow, super fire. So I will test those out for you and see where we're going. I have actually not done the ghost pepper martini in a long time. I might be tempted to do that next week or so. It's pretty incendiary. Yeah.
I also enjoyed this British art duo, Lone Twin, who walk you all around town, make up stories about their surroundings, make up songs all outside. That's nice.
Wow.
Colonel Keg, booze kills brain cells. I have 2 left. I know.
I've heard that's a rumor. It doesn't kill all brain cells. Just saying. You got more than you think. Yeah. Oh, Don's talking about the hot stuff. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I haven't really done that style in a long time. And we'll see where we are.
Josie will eat a hot pepper like it's candy.
Oh, wow.
That's so interesting.
I believe that birds do not actually have the sensors for the heat. So they'll just chow down on the peppers. I think about bird chilies, like the Thai bird chilies. I don't know if birds eat those, but if you eat those, wow.
Ben says, never fermented peppers before. Really curious how that changes things for the final sauce.
You put it into the vinegar and it just like starts, it essentially takes the edge off, I think. It's not like it takes the heat out, because if you keep the seeds in, there you go.
I'm so interested.
Capsicum. And I think that I'm just going to try to I really want to grind it up a little more until it's, right now it's kind of a salsa. I want to make it into like a genuine sauce and just let it infuse. And then when you're talking this kind of thing, like a ghost pepper sauce, it's like 2 drops. This is like super, super fire. Put that in your chili and you're done, you know?
Oh, Susie says, the other day I was at work and someone at work saw the name Glendora on some paperwork and they were so confused. And we're like, what kind of name is Glendora?
Glendora.
Oh.
All I can say is Glen or Glendora.
Pepper Tree sent us a photo yesterday of, it was a Christmas photo, but it was this woman next to a Christmas tree and smoking and everything. I was like, and he was saying like, is this a relative of Glendora? I was like, that's an aunt for sure.
Which brings up the specter of the Christmas tree picture with you, which is perpetual.
Well, I don't know.
It cannot be killed.
I don't take it for granted that will come up, and I usually forget about it until it comes up. I was like, oh yeah. And
then it comes up a lot. Seriously.
Yeah, Josie loves hot peppers.
Yep. Yeah, you know, it's like,
she must have been named after her dad. Oh, no.
Bingo.
There's Glendora, New Jersey, and Glendora, California.
There's Glendora, New Jersey? What?
Yes, there's a Glendora, New Jersey.
How appropriate.
I thought of you guys. Susie, I'm grateful that you did. Wait, he's selling restaurant. Oh,
wow. Squash soup.
Amazing butternut squash soup. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Glendora. I'm trying to figure out where Glendora, New Jersey is, because
I know where Glendora, California is. Just like north.
Glendora, NJ.
It's
hold on. Glendora, New Jersey.
Unincorporated community.
An unincorporated community. Of course it is.
Gloucester Township. That looks like around Trenton, as a matter of fact.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Camden County. Oh, geez, Camden. There's a good town to get beat up in.
Well, I figure she would be named after Glendora, New Jersey, because I'm sure her mommy spent a lot of time in Glendora beating people up.
I'm telling you, she's a tough customer herself.
Robot coupe.
What do we have here? Here we go. Butternut squash soup.
Oh, yummy.
Check it out, folks.
Chaz, I'm taking a screenshot.
This
looks amazing.
Some kind of awesome.
All right.
Check it out,
I got
folks.
a screenshot of that recipe.
Several people here today are talking about squash soup, pumpkin soup, that kind of stuff. This looks yummo. Definitely worth your time.
Lisa, you're so sweet. Oh, good night, Mike.
Night, Mike.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for being with us for a little fun. Yeah. Very glad to see you.
State Hospital, infamously haunted, bed through. Oh.
Well, you
Glendora gave me an extremely accurate tarot horoscope.
I've heard of that more than once. What can I say? If you are a member of, or if you are I'm not a member, if you're a patron on Patreon for this show, the top level that we have is the Glendora Wino level. And if you are at that level, you get all the goodies plus Glennie reads your horoscope and tarot. She pulls 3 cards and she'll tell you what's going on with that between your horoscope.
To see you.
And sometimes these things just nail it shut. What can I say? We take care of these every week, and she pulls a few cards for me, and I go, oh, well, I don't know. I guess that's it.
She just
funny
pulls the cards and tells you what they say.
Was it the Mai Tai
level? Mai Tai level, yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Box Wino level. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yep.
You're the best.
Much appreciated. Yeah, but she does it. She's been doing it for some time now, and she's getting better, I think.
Didn't we know this? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how tarot works.
If it does it, it does it.
That's how tarot works.
I can't tell what it's all about because you'll pull cards. We've done this now several times for college age kids, and we did for high school age kids this past year, as a matter of fact. And there was just these sort of graduation parties, and we were just playing cards, and the kids were just like, "Whoa, totally!" I'm like, "What can I tell you? I don't know why that is."
I won't say anything.
It's really, really funny.
I won't say anything scary. So it's like if a card comes up that could be interpreted as scary, I'm like, I just find another interpretation. I'm not here to ruin people's lives.
It's not about the scare. It's not about the creep.
Yeah.
All of these conflict cards are just about things you have to get over.
Have you seen Cropsy, a scary mockumentary about missing children in New York? No.
Okay.
But
interesting.
I will now writing it down.
Things we need to take a look at. We'll just we'll see. Yeah.
I feel like I need to
take a month off and just watch this stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Have heard of
I feel like I need to
very similar things.
What I was about to say was I feel like I need to pull out my tarot cards and give a reading.
Right now?
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Next time we can do these things.
Interpretation and outlook is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, usually if I'm hired to do a tarot card reading gig, whatever, it's a party and people are there to have a good time. So I'm not going to tell them you're going to die. I mean, the cards cannot tell you that anyway.
No.
But I'm not going to tell you anything scary. You're here to have a good time. And you can always interpret the cards a different way. That's all I'm saying.
A lot of times you've given readings where
you're not here to ruin people's life. Yeah. Just leave that to the politicians.
If you recognize that, you actually
I do a tarot version of Deal or No Deal.
What is it? Big bucks, no whammies. It's funny the number of times you'll do a reading and the kids are just kind of looking at it really hard and just and they're thinking about it a lot. So we can pull some more cards, see what's what, and they just keep thinking about it. It's like these things really hit home. You did one I think within the past year where somebody was really taken aback. And it just really hit her very hard. And it's it was just nailing it shut. And I'm like, it's not like we're trying, when I do these weeks too, it's not like we're trying to come up with weird stuff. But sometimes it just
Glendora can be the banker.
I don't know.
Sean, just get in touch.
Mm-hmm.
Just say,
Come on. We can both do this.
Yeah. Oh, that girl. You know, the cards cannot tell you your life. I mean,
No.
they can't. So I will always try to give it the interpretation I think it needs as an amateur psychiatrist, as a professional reader of people. I'll try to not be weird.
It's not about,
if that makes sense.
It's not about creepy. It's about human interactions and things. And it's about the interactions between the cards. You pull, say, 3 cards, you got something. A 12-card reading, for instance, the Celtic Cross is actually pretty classic. And you just go through it and see where things start interacting, and then you talk to people.
And sometimes it's like,
interestingly, they say, "Oh, yeah,"
and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're like, "I don't know what that means, but whatever." And it's like, okay, this reading was free. You're at a party, whatever,
Maybe next week it will mean something.
Take my reading with a grain of salt. Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, you don't get.
It is what it is.
You do not get lottery numbers to play.
No.
And I would say that the fact is, if you get them in your fortune cookie, play them. Who knows? There was a case a few years ago where some people did, and I think 3 different people won the big bucks. Strange coincidences.
But the next time they probably didn't. So
I'm not going to say play the lottery unless that's your bag. I would say invest in things which are a little more solid. Too true.
No, it just.
You never know where these things are coming from.
I feel like, yes, it's for fun. And that's actually, I have a sign that I made it because there's one agent who wants you to have a sign. It's like tarot readings for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Because you can't, you cannot put your hopes and fears into a reading by someone you've never met. Because we've heard some stories. I won't go into it, but we've heard some stories about people who are just crazy and they give scary readings to children.
Unsuspecting people.
To children. And it's terrible. So don't do that.
I wouldn't go there.
Oh, something at Chef Shangri-La. She read my brother's palm. He told me he would die soon. 2 years later, he went into cirrhosis. Luckily, he took care of himself and he's okay now. But man, she saw something. And see, that's so scary because, I
don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, you have to be responsible when you're doing these things. I will just say I try to be responsible. I don't want to scare anyone or, I don't want to scare anyone.
It's not what this is all about. This is about telling you something about what's happening in your life. Can't tell you when you're going to die because nobody can.
Harold says, we plan well for what we'll do with our lottery winnings, but we keep forgetting to play. That's like us.
I always say that I know exactly what I would do with the $750 million, but I do have to play first, and I'm probably not going to bother. So,
oh man,
I tell you, this is all part of entertainment. It's part of what we do here.
It is, and it's part of Halloween entertainment, which is why I thought, oh, go get my cards, and I'm like, I don't know, is that a good idea?
Next time, other time. Maybe people simply want to subscribe at the Box 10 level, and Glendora can tell your tarot. That's possible too, folks. We also have the towels I showed you recently, and I also still have the wine glasses.
Although if you want a wine glass, you have to message us separately because
let us know.
It's not in the store.
Yeah, we don't have them out there because
it's way too expensive to ship the way they
shipping price is outrageous. Yeah. We always try to keep that reasonable.
Yeah,
it's tough. If we're ever going to see you, that's your best bet.
But we can ship.
But they're available. We can, of course, ship. We can ship all around the world. So these things are possible. And, all these other things that we've been doing, like, the cards, the face painting, the balloons, it's all entertainment.
Should tip your bartenders.
Yeah, well, Truth too.
Oh, thank you, Sean. Sean loves the albums I picked in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I was about to say, well, I haven't really done the rundown on these, but there's some excellent things. The Chilling Thrilling, everybody should own because there were a lot of them out there. I think we have 2 of these. It's a really cool record. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of great screechy sounds on side too.
Screechy sounds.
Monster Mash Sounds of Terror. We have a friend who was like, I had that record back in the day. That's when Monster Mash was a hit in the 70s. And this is a ripoff of that, but it's got a lot of fun stuff on side 2 too. And then there's the Walt Disney Trick or Treat. One side of this is like Halloween stuff. The other side is the Haunted Mansion. Man, you never find Haunted Mansion stuff.
On the cover, added bonus inside 2 Halloween masks. Were they in there?
Yes. We have the masks. The inner sleeve has 2 masks you can cut out. Big fun. Love that.
I love it.
When I was a kid, we probably would have cut out the masks.
I did not look. I did not look.
There you go. Right. But Haunted Mansion stuff, because there's a Haunted Mansion album that you never, ever see.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Would really love to see it. Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Speaking of Hitch,
ghost stories for young people.
It's Golden Records. I've heard some of this. It's
that's my Foist record. Which one?
Foist.
Okay.
Foist.
You see they're releasing all 5 Frankie Stein albums. I did not see that. Okay. I love it.
Thank you, man.
Also being repressed on new LPs. I did not see that. Okay.
I remember back in the day people asking about Frankie Stein stuff. I never saw Frankie Stein stuff.
Come on. Oh.
It was impossible because it was like Power Records or something. You know, it was super, super low budget stuff in the 60s. You would never see that stuff turn up. I'm glad somebody has finally found the stuff.
Oh, the one with Monster Mash. Yes.
Yep.
Monster Mash sounds.
The Frankenstein stuff is fun. You can pull up a lot of that stuff up on this very venue, YouTube.
Julie, thank you for asking. Yes, we will be on Exotic Tiki Island Radio this weekend. I'm so glad you brought it up.
This is very true.
Yes. 5:45 Eastern, I believe.
Is that tomorrow we're doing that?
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we'll be making Tropicana kebabs.
That actually creeped up on us again because I remember we just did the last version of that, and that was the first one that we had done with like really good audio.
Yes, but we will, and I appreciate you bringing that up.
Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, Exotic Tiki, Tiki Brian, man, he's producing a really big shoe. A lot of fun.
Years ago, my brother and I were working on my mom's house. Lisa asked if we wanted masks for dust. My brother and I said, we're not that ugly.
No, you're ugly. So.
Oh, dime. Thank you. Yeah, it should be 5:45. Yeah. I'll let you know if that changes, but yes. My grandpa had a copy of Ghoul Music in his collection. His birthday was Halloween. I love that.
Perfect.
It was only logical.
Yep.
Yes, we will be on Exotic Tiki Island again.
We basically got Brian asked us if we would do sort of a monthly gig, and we thought we could handle that. And he produces a great show, so I'm really glad to be part of it.
Yes.
So,
okay, so we also have Spike Jones.
Spike Jones in stereo. This is an absolute like Dad Buster classic. Great. I just made that up. Great thing. You can get this if you get the monaural, it's hi-fi. If you get the stereo, it's Spike Jones in stereo. It's got all of these like different sketches with people playing Vampira, people playing Dracula, Wolfman, all that sort of thing. A lot of fun. Big fun. We
also have
Spirits and Spooks for Halloween, summoned up by William Conrad. William Conrad reads creepy stories to you. A lot of fun. Great one. That's on
Zachary back there. We do have Zachary.
This is Zachary, yes. It's very hard to see, but this is the Zachary mug. That is a very cool mug. And it's a welcome part of the collection. I should make a cocktail in Zachary sometime. A mixed drink.
Well, it should still be on there, Sean, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, check it. Yeah, absolutely. We also have back there the Suspense album, which is 2 episodes of Suspense. That's probably hard to see. Hitchhiker and Sorry Wrong Number. Both of those are classic.
I don't think you can see
We were talking about the Munsters record. This is the one that's got like the sort of surf band from about 1964.
The newest teenage singing group.
And at the bottom, it's probably impossible to see back there, but we actually happen to have Trick or Treat featuring Frank Zappa music. This is a bootleg. Picked this up years ago. And as a matter of fact, One side of that record is The Mothers Live at the Royal Festival Hall, October 25th, 1968. I wanted to remember that exact thing because I'm like, hey, it's exactly right. Perfect.
Oh,
Great
Mad Monster Party. We love Mad Monster Party.
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
We do have Mad Monster on DVD, and I've got the soundtrack on a CD. This
I have a copy of his Scary Tales LP with the 3-way
puzzle
track.
Oh,
Goblin Girl, always a favorite at Halloween. Oh my gosh.
Perfect. Yeah, that the Monsters one is great, and that Spike Jones record is
thank you,
special.
Lisa. What time will you guys be on? I think it'll be 5:45 Eastern, but I will double check and
we'll let you
post.
Know.
Yeah,
like drop that on you. I think it's kind of our typical time. It's about a 15-20 minute slot.
I will double check because you never know when someone needs to change something. But
we just drop in and like give a recipe and a little chat and like they're a lot of fun.
Amy has Mad Monster Party too.
Oh yes, Mad Monster Party.
Mad.
People used to come into the store for literally a decade asking about, more than that even. I worked there less than that time. People were asking about Mad Monster Party, the record. Well, guess what? At the end of the movie, they're talking about, the soundtrack is available on. Never happened in the 60s. It did not happen.
Okay.
So don't go looking for that. But
they teased everyone.
Circa like 1998, this label, I think it was Percepto, releases the music on CD for the first time. That's how it's available. And I had a friend who had that, and he burned it on a disc for me, so that's how we have it. The music is well worth your time. A lot of fun, great.
We also have the DVD.
Very cool. And the DVD, you can get that without a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Well worth your time. Classic bit of stop motion animation, obviously. So cool. So, well, are we about at that point? Yeah, I think we kind of are. Well, after a couple of hours standing, and I've been to work all day, and you've been doing this all day.
It's a mummy.
Little weary.
Yes.
It's a mummy. Yeah, the Mummy is fantastic. That's great.
A very generous friend give me a stack of Halloween LPs. Oh my gosh. Well, that's great.
There's a couple of Vincent Price things that are notable on record. One of them, he's got one where he's telling stories, and then there's one that's sort of like a wishcraft record.
Another Strange Flute Pie. I know.
Oh, I know. What can I tell you?
We have so many movies to watch before next week. We'll be busy.
I guess we're going to be kind of busy, folks. These things we got to do.
It's not 9 here. Oh,
I know.
Man.
I know. You can always stream an old episode to make up for lost time. I'm going to tell you. Well, we just try to do a couple of hours worth of entertainment on a Wednesday, and I hope it is for you as much as it is for us. We just love interacting with the audience. We've heard of so many things that we need to say. So many things.
Oh, it did speed by, Julie.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Oh.
But it is absolutely fantastic to see you all here on a Wednesday for a couple of hours. Many of you have been here the whole time. This is incredible. I mean, I have to be. You don't have to be. I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that we can provide that constantly. We've had a few drinks, which are really good stuff. And we've just been enjoying. What did I just make?
You just made.
Actually, I made it a while ago.
Nightcap of the Living
Dead. Oh, Miss Halloween, I made.
Oh, Miss Halloween.
Which is very good. But Nightcap of the Living Dead, Nightcap of the Living Dead 2, as a matter of fact, was very good. If you are a patron, you will get these recipes forthwith. If you're not, well, maybe you want to think about being a patron. That's the thing. And we talked about product, and there's always the tip jar at the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I know. I get separation anxiety too.
Seriously.
Group hug clink. Right.
Yeah.
Be excellent to each other.
Well, the fact is, if we didn't stop broadcasting, I would fall over, and then we wouldn't have one next week. So we'll take a pause, a mere 7 days, and we'll see you in no time. Obviously, if you have any great ideas between here and then, just drop them on us.
We have a lot of crappy movies to watch between now and next week.
I got a lot of junk to watch, I got to tell you. Are you a member of the private Velveteen Lounge group?
Yes, if you're on Facebook, join us at the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen VIP room.
If you're not a member of the VIP room, just find it and apply.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night. You just need to answer a few questions. You just want to make sure you're not a robot. But many people here are already and are dropping excellent ideas on us. People find crazy stuff and we're like, oh, wait a minute. That's great stuff. If you tell us about like crazy, stupid products, we'll find them and try them. We'll do our best.
All right.
It's all about that.
I'm decorated now, so I'll be back with more stuff next week.
All right, folks. Remember, and it is very true, as always, in this creepy season, always remember, no matter where you go and no matter what you do, we got your back, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.